Forgot what I say when I start videos. Yo, what's going on, you idiots? No. Yo, what's going on, you morons? That's it right there. That felt pretty good too. I'm sorry about my absence from YouTube for the past, I think, like 2 months. But in those 2 months, you guys literally killed it, and now we have 2,000 subscribers and counting. Literally last night I went to bed with 2,000 subscribers. As you can see, we now have 2,030. So that number is growing very fast. Alright, so let's get right into the video. The last 2 job review or my experience videos, they did pretty good. You guys seem to like them. My last 2 were with Dairy Queen and Subway. So if you haven't seen those, check them out if you're interested. But today, we're doing none other, I don't have my name tag anymore. Today, we're doing none other than Publix. I still work with the company, just not in the retail store. I'll talk about that later. That does not change the fact that I'm gonna go in on Publix and tell you all the pros and cons, and I'm not gonna leave out or sugarcoat anything. I actually was a little organized this video, and I made a pros and cons list. Alright, so let's get into the pros. I worked for the grocery department, and they pay the highest out of all of the departments unless you're a meat cutter or a cake decorator. They make a little bit more, but when you get hired on a grocery in Publix or deli, it's automatically $12 an hour. So it pays $4 above, or $5, I don't know what the minimum wage is, above minimum wage, and it's not that hard. So I know $12 isn't really like a living, but it's definitely better than that $7.75 or whatever minimum wage is now. So it's well worth it, and yeah, let's get on to the next point. The second pro, I had an amazing time. Very fun work environment. It's not very dull and boring and a whole lot of managerial people scolding you all the time. People really just want to have a good time and have fun when they can. Obviously work comes first, but when you get a chance to have fun there, you're gonna get it, because everybody there just wants to have a good time. Nobody's there and like sulking all the time. Another pro when you're at Publix is, here's a very, very, very big pro. Management actually cares about you. If you're a good worker and you want to move up or you want to learn, your managers are gonna take the time to teach you and make sure that you have the skills and the knowledge to move up in your career and get better in your job. Because if you show interest, they're gonna appreciate that and take their time to help you get better. This might not be the case with every Publix, but I'm assuming it is, because Publix does a really good job with their managers and people who are really invested into the company. Which brings me to my next point, and that is that they promote from within. It's not like you're gonna get some random guy from a different grocery store coming in, taking everybody's job and just getting promoted instantly to manager that has no idea about the company or the culture that Publix entails. So if you stay and you do your time, you're gonna get promoted. If you're a good employee and you are really invested into this job and invested in Publix, you're gonna get the promotion that you want, and some Joe Schmo from Winn-Dixie isn't gonna come in and take your job. Which is another great pro in the job, and that is you have a ton of opportunities for promotion or moving to a different area within Publix, as in corporate or the warehouse like myself. There's plenty of different jobs that you can do. So if one doesn't work out, you can always try something else, and if that doesn't work out, you can try something else, and there's a ton of jobs to choose from. So Publix as a company, that's just a pro that Publix has in general. So that about does it for the pros. Now let's get into the juicy stuff that you guys want to know. Here's the cons. You're in retail, so you're gonna be annoyed by customers. Let me tell you, they can get so frustrating, you just want to tear your hair out. Here's a great example. One of the busiest days of the year, it was Super Bowl Sunday, I was working. Publix has a policy where if a customer asks a grocery employee where something is, we cannot say aisle, even if I know, because I knew the store like the back of my hand. If somebody asks where paper towels are, you can't just say it's on aisle 8 on the right hand side is all the Bounty paper towels, because that's where it's at. You can't say that. You have to stand up, stop what you're doing, walk them to it, and make sure they find the exact product that they're looking for before you return to your work. So there's one day where I was literally walking person to person for at least 2 hours. I could not get my job done. I could not restock. I couldn't do anything because I had customers bugging me non-stop about where something is. I would take somebody to say paper towels, and then over in the paper towels, somebody's looking for something else. They're like, hey, where's laundry detergent? So I gotta walk them to the next aisle. And then I got somebody asking where cheese is, and then I gotta walk them all the way down there. So that can get really frustrating and really take time out of your day, where you have to stop what you're doing to really help good customers, because Publix is very pro-customer, which is great. It's why they succeed so much. Their culture is just amazing. but it sucks for the employees sometimes, not gonna lie. Another con that comes with Publix is there's not really leeway when it comes to overtime. You can't get much overtime. So once you get to 40 hours, they pretty much kick you out and say don't come back until next Saturday, because that's when the week resets. As far as the warehouse goes, that's a little bit different. That's one of the perks about working there, is that they allow overtime like crazy. They allowed up to like 80 or 70 hours for the last like 5 months. We've been allowed 70 hours overtime. So they definitely allow it in the company, but when it comes to the retail, they don't really like it when just full part-timers or part-timers get overtime. So if you're looking for a ton of hours, you might need to think about getting a second job, because Publix doesn't really like giving you overtime, which is fine. It's just, it sucks sometimes whenever you want that extra cash. And the last con, it's a little bit repetitive, not an issue. All jobs are pretty repetitive, but you go in every single day, it's the same exact thing, just a different day. You go in, you walk the aisles, write what you need down. Same thing goes for every single department: produce, bakery, deli, bagging, whatever it is, it's all the same. It's very repetitive. So let's talk about the applying and hiring process, because it is very important. You do have to go into the store to apply, and then you can choose your desired department that you want to work in and how many days a week you're available and your hours and all that kind of stuff. Once you do that, you'll get a call back for an interview, and they will tell you, they'll set up an interview with you, and then you go in and meet the manager, talk to them, or him or her, and basically they'll tell you on the spot if you got the job. If they don't tell you, you probably didn't get it. Sometimes I'll have to look it over, but most of the time they'll tell you then and there that you got it. Then you will get drug tested and background checked to make sure you're okay. And then after that, they send you to orientation for about a week or so. Orientation is very, very, very boring. I will promise you, you're gonna be bored. And then after orientation, you go in and you get trained for about a week or two. I think they give you up to 2 weeks of training. And then after that, they expect you to be able to do stuff on your own. So make sure you're ready, paying attention, ready to learn, and ready to work hard, because your work ethic will show. Your work ethic and attitude is huge. And in Publix, one of my old managers literally told me attitude is 70% of the job, and if you have a good attitude, then you're gonna succeed in Publix. All around, I will rate Publix a 9 out of 10 company to work for. As far as the retail goes, warehouse is it's a totally different job, so I'll say that for another video. As far as the store, 9 out of 10, it can't get much better than that. Pays pretty decently. The managers are awesome for the most part. You're gonna run into some people you don't like, but that's just life. So if you were considering Publix but you didn't know if you wanted to go in or not, I definitely recommend it. Well worth it. I loved my time at Publix. I just wanted to move up to better and bigger things. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. So if you did enjoy, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 5,000 now. That's insane. 5,000? I didn't think I was gonna hit 1,000. I shouldn't have 1,000. My video sucked. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, guys, keep moving forward. Love you. Peace out.